Hey everyone. I really wanted to give a personal update because so many of you have reached out to me personally and let me know how sorry you are that my home is gone. And I know that many of you are in that same boat, that you have friends in that same boat, and it is a really devastating time for our entire community. And so I just wanted to first let you know where I am personally and then share with you a little bit about what I'm learning about homelessness through this experience and what I'm learning about where Door of Hope fits in this crisis before us. So first, I'm safe. My kids, family, we're all safe, and I am taking a little time off to just kind of pick up the pieces and to address my own homeless situation. And it's really hard. I'm learning so much about homelessness because I'm spending an inordinate amount of my mental energy and time doing things that I absolutely used to take for granted. Charging my electric car took like 2 hours of my day today that I didn't have because I couldn't charge it in my garage. And I've been driving more than usual. My phone keeps dying because I'm out and about and talking all the time. And uh, yesterday, what I thought was really bad news came through about a housing opportunity, and I spent 24 hours just forlorn and not being able to think about anything else. And what I realized is how much mental energy it takes when your basic needs are not met. And when you don't have a home and the safety and just stability of the basics. And that's what a lot of people already lived with before this crisis, but that's what a lot more people are living with now. And so, again, I'm taking a little time off, but I wanted to just share with you not only how I'm doing, what I'm learning about homelessness, but what I'm going to call this holy urgency that I am feeling and that our team is feeling about this particular moment in addressing this crisis and where Door of Hope fits in. Because we are talking to, churches and neighbors and friends and so many people that are just trying to figure it out and struggling to figure it out. And we all have trauma brain and we're not thinking clearly and we have no idea what's going on. And we're getting fed so many different resources and information, some of which is good, some of which is bad. And I'm trying to sort this through, yes, homeless in one sense, but I'm not sleeping on a cot at the convention center. I went there to do some registration and to get some clothes. And I walked into this room and there was this sea of people that are just devastated and broken and desperate and they have nowhere to go. Um, guys, I'm not literally going to be homeless for the short, immediate or long term because of this crisis. I have friends reaching out to me, offering me one bedroom in their house, or different ways that I can keep a roof over my head at this time. But for very low income vulnerable populations that may not have that social safety net or that their social network has been wiped out too. They've lost their housing. Um, this is the community that I feel this holy urgency to respond to. Um, Door of Hope spends every day helping clients just figure it out, right? And every case is different, every case is unique, and we are navigating different public benefits and solutions and helping families identify their goals toward long-term housing. And that's what everyone needs right now who just lost their home in the fire. And for under-resourced communities, where either they don't have the financial resources or the friendship and relationship resources, or maybe the language resources, or all those things are making large numbers of families very, very vulnerable to homelessness. They are literally homeless right now, but if we don't intervene right now, they are going to become long-term homeless and chronically homeless, and we have to find a way to intervene. So, Door of Hope is praying through and planning through being part of the solution. I think that, this is right in our backyard, and if we don't step up, how can we ask the whole county to step up? This is right here, guys. And so, one is a no-brainer. For every vacancy we have in our Pasadena shelters, we are setting that aside to take in very low income, very vulnerable to homelessness types of families who need transitional housing right now. We all need transitional housing right now, but there are some folks that really need the kind of intervention that Door of Hope provides. And so we are actively outreaching to organizations that we think can help us identify those families. So that's the first thing. The second thing is something I'm going to actually invite you guys to pray over. The board is meeting over later this week. The staff, the leadership team and program leadership just met about this, but we are feeling like we actually need to expand our programs, our service offerings to this community that has just lost their housing. And we need to do the same kinds of things that we have always done: public benefits navigation, case management, rehousing, paying some rental assistance to bridge the gap, to fill in the resources when FEMA is not on its way, or when there was no renter's insurance, or renter's insurance is slow to pay. Bridge that gap to help families get off the street, get out of the convention center and the other emergency shelters, which of course we're so grateful for, but you can't manage your life from an emergency shelter. You can't rebuild your life from an emergency shelter. Those families need housing right now. And so in the coming days or weeks, we're going to be rolling out that plan to you in detail, and we're going to be asking you for your support. But right now, I just want you to pray. I know that you guys are coming around your community, your friends, your churches, your support networks. You're sending those donations into the GoFundMe pages, and that is so important and so good. And there are people that we don't see, that we don't know, that are highly, highly vulnerable right now, that are in absolute despair right now, and that do not have the resources to even launch a GoFundMe page. Nevertheless, the social network of support to bring along financial support at this time. And so that's who Door of Hope is called to in this moment, is those low income, very vulnerable families who, without intervention now, are going to end up on the streets. Not just today, not just next month, but for a long time if we don't do something. So thank you for your support all along for Door of Hope, and I can't wait for you to be part of our solution.